Hey, what's going on YouTube? My name's Rachel and I am a full-time stay-at-home mom and a part-time reseller on Poshmark, Racine, and eBay. And today we are out of town and we are going thrifting and antique shopping, and we have the whole crew with us today. So here we are coming up to the antique store that my husband saw from the hotel, and I was really excited about it. It was huge, and this was actually only the first booth that I stopped at. Everything in this booth was $4, so I definitely wanted them to get the key so that they could open this one for me. As you can see, there's some pretty cool things in here. I saw some cloisonne pieces. That little trinket box right there looked really pretty. Those colors really caught my attention. I do see that Sarah Coventry brooch right there. I did get that spiral brooch. There's that cloisonne piece. You guys can see it, that little pendant. I'm pointing to it. I love cloisonne. Did get those 3 boxes of jewelry and watch right there. The white, the watch, and then that blue stone bracelet was actually a designer that you are going to find out in my haul. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Now this one was $3 and 20% off, and it was just open. So I love open jewelry cases. This was interesting. It was like a 3D pair, and I'm trying to find the maker, and it does say PIER or BIER, so I'm thinking it's Napier, and it was just rubbed off. There is a little bug brooch. I don't think it was marked. It was still cute. People do love getting insect brooches. A little enameled salt brooch pin. A little bit of glitter in it. So I did seat myself on the floor and go through these trays of jewelry. I did get those beaded collars and also this cocktail ring. So yeah, for 20% off of $3, it comes to $2.40. This, I believe, is just a pendant that goes on a beaded necklace. No maker's mark that I saw. So I was in here for quite a while, and my husband sat in the car with the kids as they ate lunch and the baby napped. I picked this one up. This one is a Lisner necklace. Lisner necklaces and bracelets have a look to them, so I could tell that was Lisner right away. So yeah, my husband was a champ and let me shop, and he's just like, yeah, go ahead babe, shop as long as you want. Found this Pulsar watch that I thought was a unique vintage look to it. Damascene pendant necklace. That was pretty So I had like a little basket next to me, and I could just pull out what I wanted to buy, and then they would add up the total for me at the register, and I would just keep shopping. So it was a wonderful, wonderful time shopping. I'm looking at some things now that I didn't buy that I want to buy because A, it's really easy to list, and B, they're just so pretty. This looked like jade to me. These green stone necklaces. There's my husband taking the kids to the bathroom like a champ. And now this little one, my 3-year-old, wanted to go shopping with me. And she played a game called Is This Glass? Is This Not Glass? And that was a fun game for Mama in the antique store. But in all actuality, I'm not really worried about her. I'm more worried about my 2-year-old. She is very delicate. My 3-year-old is very delicate. But yeah, the workers at the antique store were probably very worried. My mom collects blue onion, and I thought that wall pocket was really interesting. Oh my gosh, I would have totally taken this with me. I loved the colors and that brass base look, that filigree along the edge. That was also a really cool lamp with the shade. I found this belt. It was a 70s belt, and if it was a little bit cheaper, I would have picked it up, but really nice, heavy quality with stone beads on it. It was $10. I did not end up getting it, but at this point, I think I already had like $150 worth of jewelry that they had totaled up for me. So I was just making my way around with my 3-year-old to see what else the store had. And there she is finding a game. I found all these fabulous brooches. There's another Sarah Coventry brooch right up there. If you guys can spot it, that's silver swirl. If you guys see anything that I might have missed, anything that stands out to you, let me know. These were individually marked, but were 20% off. There's some really pretty rings in there. These were the more expensive rings. And in the same booth, they had this bin called Treasure Hunting, and it was just a giant jewelry jar box thing. So everything was like 20% off of $1. So here I found a KJL bracelet, and there it says KJL right there. What is this? Danecraft. I found Lucky Brand bracelet. So yeah, this was really fun. And if I didn't have kids in the car and a husband waiting for me, I would have totally untangled this mess. I actually like tangles. Some people might hate tangles, but I do. When I was younger, my parents would take me fishing almost every weekend, and I was the person who would sit there and untangle their line if it got tangled, because I was just really patient and I really like doing it. I don't know, but no, this was really fun, and you can find a lot of treasures in the tangle because not a lot of people are patient. I did get this brooch. I thought it was just interesting for 80 cents. I do like picking up brooches. I can now just list it. I bought a mini light box for my bedroom. So now when the kids are all sleeping and I don't want to move the baby, I can just photograph earrings and brooches during nap time. And it's really fun and easy to do. I really enjoy listing beautiful brooches and earrings. So here we are at the Goodwill in Appleton, Wisconsin. They actually do sell jewelry here. And last time I did not get a Hobe or whatever it's called, HOBE necklace, and I'm kind of like killing myself for that because I totally should have grabbed it, but my phone died, so I couldn't look up comps, and I should have grabbed it, but I didn't. I don't think I ended up grabbing any jewelry here today. And this Goodwill actually prices a lot of their stuff up, so it did prevent me from buying a ton of things, but I did still find some things. This was a Chico's necklace, but it wasn't a statement piece, I guess enough of a statement piece to grab it. The color of the day was yellow, so half off of yellow, but it would have still been $5. Thought this purse was interesting. I do love embroidery. It had Johnny Was vibes, but it was not branded, so I did not get that. And the purse section wasn't that amazing. So this store was interesting. It had 3 or 4 different belts sections, and I thought that was really odd, but the accessories here are all $1.99. So hats, scarves, belts, those are all $1.99. And they just kind of hang them so you can see all the belts, which was nice. It was easy to find the leather belts right away. These fabric belts that have leather on the ends, I do take a look at. Sometimes it's Gap, sometimes it's Abercrombie, but that one did not have a brand. This one is a Talbot's belt, and it was $1.99, and it was a red croc embossed print skinny belt, and I did end up picking it up because red belts do well for me, but it did have a bit of like wear to the holes. Not terrible, still wearable. I don't know if you guys can see, but just like a little bit more bendy than like a nice sturdy new belt. That it shouldn't be a problem. I can still make profit on that belt. Here are some belts that I've grabbed already. So I have this belt is a Ralph Lauren belt, and it was all leather, and there's the logo Ralph Lauren. There was a leather belt, but I did not see a brand on it anywhere. I will pick these unbranded belts up at the bins if it's brass and leather, like brass hardware, but that I'm getting for like 25 cents if it's unbranded, and surprisingly they still do sell. This was a vintage white belt. So that was all the belts, and now looking at scarves. They did have silk scarves here, so I was actually surprised. I don't think this was a silk scarf. What does it say? Silky polyester by the brand Holland. So it was branded, and I did pick this up for $1.99. That is better priced than my local Goodwill. And here was another scarf that caught my attention, and this one is also branded, I believe. There we go. Club 7 by Echo. I do well with Echo scarves, vintage Echo. Did pick this one up. It has like a wool blend feel, really pretty soft pink color. So yeah, I just kind of feel the scarves, and whatever feels like silk or quality, then I'll see if there's a brand. That one did look to be quality, but it didn't have a brand. So I was surprised at how this Goodwill actually had silk scarves still left, and other resellers hadn't scooped them up, because usually silk scarves, I don't ever find them really near me. This one was really cool. It looked vintage and handmade, and I thought someone might really enjoy this. But after I looked at it in my cart for a while, it did have a little bit too much wear. I grabbed this one. This one is by Christopher Banks, and Christopher Banks does have a following, so I did grab that for $1.99. I also grabbed this one. It felt like silk to me. It was not branded, but it has amazing colors that just pop. And so I think that would really draw someone's attention to my store if I have that picture. And then here is a really cute giraffe print by Symphony. I'm thinking this is vintage, but I'm not 100% sure. But giraffes, yes. in it goes in the cart. What is this one? Vintage. That one was more of like a square polyester feel. A vintage scarf. I'm sure I probably could have picked that one up, but I didn't. That one's cool. That one's a pretty scarf. I did not get that one though. Here I am looking at this one again, and I do grab it, so I don't know why I'm not grabbing it. Okay, finally, we're at the shoes, and I'm looking at these shoes and looking at the prices, and they're a little bit crazy. So, let's see, let's look at these soft heels. $19.99. That is crazy. Yeah, soft, S-O-F-F-T. I've like sold, I think 3 pairs this week, honestly. And I do pick them up at the bins. $19.99 though, no. I will sell them for about $20. Here's some Clark's Prevo, and they were $14.99. What are those? Here's some more Clarks that were totally wrecked, and they were still for sale. No, those are Minnetonkas. Yep, there I go, dropping them. So I did find these, and they felt like quality, but I could not, let's see if I can find the brand, Brooksfield, could not find any comps on any platforms for these shoes, and so I left them there. So if people are not looking for that brand, I'm not really gonna take a chance unless it's at the bins. I did find these vintage all leather embroidered boots. They had nails in the bottom, so they were like more quality, higher quality, but they did not have a price. So I put them in my cart to ask about the price. Definitely was not going to be paying more than $15 for them though. So I wanted to see what they would say. Ooh, these looked fancy. What were those? Those are just Franco Sarto, but they were very soft, and I really liked that split toe, that raised split toe down the middle. It was really pretty. And I do well with red boots, but I did not grab those. I think these are Born, $5.99. It did have some heel drag, so I left those. And heel drag is where the sole at the back end like shows wear from dragging against the floor, so it's kind of uneven in the back. Some Crocs clogs for $8, but they would have been half off. Yep, more Clarks, and they did not have a price anywhere, so I left those there. Those are 9 West. They're cute. More Clarks, and way too expensive. So it seemed at this point the best brands that I was finding were Clarks, and most of the time I only pick up Clarks at the bins. So it was kind of disappointing, except for those vintage boots. I was curious about those. So here are some Sanuk loafers. I actually just sold a pair of Sanuk boots for $39, I believe. So don't pass up on Sanuk, S-A-N-U-K, if it's a unique style. Here are some Lucky brand loafers that were actually really cute, but they were $7.99, which was, I feel, too expensive. And some Lucky brand is just so cheap feeling, and those felt so lightweight and cheap. Did not feel like genuine leather. I thought those might be an orthotic brand, like Vionic, but they were not. Here are some Born for $24.99. And more belts. And a bunch of ties. I was also trying to see if there were suspenders. I do well with the button suspenders, the vintage button suspenders. I just sold a set of vintage suspenders this morning for $25. Was pretty with the floral embossed print. That's a vintage Liz Claiborne. I don't know if I don't think I picked that up because the holes were not in great shape. I do see a pair of suspenders right there, the roller suspenders, but they're too modern, so I did not grab those. Here is my find. So these are some Fry harness slip-on mules. And you can see right there it says Fry. But these were actually decently priced. I think they were $7.99 for some Fry mules. So that was a good find. I was happy with that. Right now my kids at this point of the day were taking a nap in the car with my husband, and these are some soft knee-high boots, and I've sold this style before a couple times. These are in great condition, so I will pay up for some knee-high boots because once the season hits, they kind of fly out of my closet. So I did grab those soft, they were genuine leather knee-high boots, and they had a really cute scallop style. Now here is the higher end section, the boutique section of Goodwill, and I decided to check it out. Did smell that candle. Yeah, what was it? $5.99 for a used candle. $14.99 for some Michael Kors. These Born boots were, what were they? $9.99. So these Born ankle boots I'm expecting to get around $40 for. So I did pick those up. They're in really, really great condition and they're really cute, more trendy style. So I did get those. Here were some Clarks for $14.99. It's interesting how they price things at this store. Some Torrid shoes. I do pick up Torrid and Lane Bryant at the bins, and because the people do look specifically for those brands on Poshmark and Mercari. I thought this A mirror was adorable. My 3-year-old probably would have loved it. And it was 99 cents. Her name starts with an A, but I did just pick her up a mirror at the antique store. So I left that there. She is very theatrical and will stare at herself in the mirror for majority of the day, putting on shows and practicing her emotions. Here are some Stuart Weitzman heels, $14.99. If they were $7.99, I might have picked them up because they are a bit of a newer style. And they have like that nice leather sole, not too bad of condition, but I did not get those. And a good color, so like an orangish red. Here are some hats, and I kept eyeballing this hat. This one looked like a really nice quality hat, but it did not have a brand. But I just kept coming back to it because it was really nice looking. This is a 9 West with a giant feather flower thing going on. I was really hoping to find some hats because hats for $1.99 are a pretty great price, but I don't think I found any really great hats at this Goodwill. Yep, looking at this hat again. I might have should have picked it up, but I didn't. More scarves. Yeah, so they had like 3 or 4 different places in this Goodwill where they had belts and accessories, which was kind of weird. This was a weird reversible hat. I don't know if it was homemade or what. Like a bucket hat. Here are some suspenders, but they did not have a brand on it. They were just simple black. Here is a really soft vintage glove. And I would have loved to have gotten it, but there was just one. So I did not. But I probably would have if there were 2 for $1.99. So yeah, that is my trip while we were on vacation. And stay tuned for the haul. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. Make sure you comment down below if I missed anything. And if you guys go on vacation, do you fight the urge to thrift, or do you go thrifting as well? Make sure you subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Thanks. Bye.